Welcome back to STEM Spool, where I am using 3D printed models to explain concepts in science that make so much more sense when you can see them in 3D. The models for this series mostly come from this book written by Joan Horvath, but I've also got some of my own models that I am uploading to MakerWorld, so you can check them out there too. Today I wanted to get into simple machines. Simple machines are devices that allow you to lessen the amount of force that it takes to complete a specific task. This is called a force advantage, and we have been using a lot of these simple machines for over 2,000 years. The first two simple machines I want to talk about are the incline plane and the closely related wedge. An incline plane reduces the force it takes by allowing you to push up the ramp rather than having to lift vertically. The force advantage of an incline plane is the length divided by the height. So if you have a ramp that's 10 feet long and 2 feet tall, it is a 5-fold mechanical advantage over lifting up 2 feet directly. You see these all over the place. Everywhere you see a ramp, you've got an inclined plane. Anytime that you're doing switchbacks on a mountain instead of going straight up, that's also an inclined plane. These are things that humans have been using for quite a while. Closely related to the inclined plane is a wedge. And a wedge is an angle that can either force two items apart or hold something together. Think an axe or a knife, which does have a wedge on the end, or a doorstop, which will hold something open. Unlike an inclined plane, the back angle here is not a right angle, and that gives it a greater force advantage than if it had a right angle. By 3D printing these models, you can play with the scale and see how some of those force multiplying effects come into play, but you don't actually need a 3D printer to see these simple machines in everyday life. If you look around, I bet you will find wedges and inclined planes in whatever room you're in right now.